There is a quiet kind of exhaustion that doesn't come from working too hard, it comes from explaining yourself too much. From constantly trying to make people see your heart the way you feel it. From repeating your intentions, clarifying your tone, defending your silence, and softening your truth so it doesn't disturb someone else's comfort. And the painful part? The more you explain, the more misunderstood you feel. Because the truth is, some people are not confused about you, they are committed to a version of you that fits their narrative. And no matter how gently or clearly you speak, they will only hear what confirms what they already believe. You were never meant to stand on a stage and defend your personality. You were never meant to shrink your emotions just to make someone else feel secure. Yet somewhere along the way, you started thinking that if you just found the right words, the right tone, the right timing, they would finally understand you. But understanding requires openness. And not everyone is open. Some people listen to reply. Some listen to judge. Some listen only to find proof that they were right about you all along. And slowly, you begin to feel tired. Not because you are wrong, but because you are trying to be understood by someone who has already decided who you are. You start overthinking your messages. Replaying conversations. Wondering if you should have said less, or more. And this mental noise steals your peace. The spiritual truth is this: when someone is committed to misunderstanding you, no explanation will ever be enough. And the moment you realize that, something shifts inside you. You stop fighting to be seen. You start choosing peace over proving. Some people are not misunderstanding you by accident, they are misunderstanding you on purpose. Not always consciously, not always with cruelty, but because the version of you they created in their mind is more comfortable than the real you. The real you challenges them. The real you sets boundaries. The real you grows. And growth can feel threatening to those who benefited from your silence. Sometimes people decide who you are during your weakest season and refuse to update their perception when you evolve. They met you when you were unsure, overly giving, tolerating too much, and now that you speak clearly, they call you different. But you are not different. You are developed. You are not rude. You are refined. You are not distant. You are discerning. The painful part is realizing that no amount of explaining will refresh someone's outdated image of you. Because accepting the new you would require them to admit they misjudged you. Ego rarely surrenders that easily. So instead, they hold on to their old story. They repeat it. They defend it. And if you try to correct it, they interpret your clarity as attitude. This is where spiritual maturity begins, when you understand that being seen correctly is a gift, not a guarantee. Not everyone has the capacity to witness your evolution. Some people only feel safe with the version of you that required less from them. But you are not here to remain small just to remain accepted. There comes a moment in your growth where you realize that truth does not panic. Truth does not rush to defend itself. Truth stands calmly, even when misunderstood. And when you are aligned within, you stop feeling the urgent need to correct every false assumption about you. Because deep down, you know who you are. And self-awareness is louder than public opinion. When someone questions your character, your intentions, or your heart, the old version of you may want to react immediately. To prove. To clarify. To send long explanations. But the evolved version of you understands something deeper. If your energy has been consistent, it will speak for itself over time. And if someone refuses to see it, that is not your burden to carry. Defending yourself repeatedly drains your spirit. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of seeking validation from people who have already decided not to validate you. And slowly, you begin to detach. Not from love. Not from kindness. But from the need to be approved. There comes a moment in your growth where you realize that truth does not panic. Truth does not rush to defend itself. Truth stands calmly, even when misunderstood. And when you are aligned within, you stop feeling the urgent need to correct every false assumption about you. Because deep down, you know who you are. And self-awareness is louder than public opinion. When someone questions your character, your intentions, or your heart, the old version of you may want to react immediately. To prove. To clarify. To send long explanations. But the evolved version of you understands something deeper. If your energy has been consistent, it will speak for itself over time. And if someone refuses to see it, that is not your burden to carry. Defending yourself repeatedly drains your spirit. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of seeking validation from people who have already decided not to validate you. And slowly, you begin to detach. Not from love. Not from kindness. But from the need to be approved. Somewhere along your journey, you started behaving as if you were constantly on trial. As if every decision needed justification. As if every boundary required a detailed explanation. As if choosing yourself meant preparing a defense. But you are not standing in a courtroom. You are living your life. And life is not meant to be cross-examined by everyone who feels uncomfortable with your growth. When you begin healing, people who were used to your old patterns may question you. When you stop overgiving, they may call you selfish. When you stop tolerating disrespect, they may call you dramatic. When you protect your peace, they may say you've changed. But growth will always look like rebellion to those who benefited from your lack of boundaries. You are not required to submit evidence for your emotional needs. You do not need approval to rest. You do not need permission to outgrow dynamics that shrink you. The moment you stop treating your life like a case that must be defended, you begin to live more freely. There is a subtle addiction to convincing. Convincing people that you're kind. Convincing them that you meant well. Convincing them that you're not who they think you are. It feels productive, like you're fixing something. But often, you're just exhausting yourself trying to control a perception that was never yours to manage. Not everyone is ready to see you clearly. Some people are attached to misunderstanding you because it protects their ego. If they see you accurately, they may have to reflect on themselves. And reflection requires humility. So instead, they resist. They project. They misinterpret. When you release the need to convince, you step into a deeper level of self-trust. You allow your life to speak instead of your mouth. You allow time to reveal truth instead of arguments. You stop chasing closure from people who are committed to confusion. There comes a point in your growth where you must choose, do you want clarity, or do you want approval? Because very often, you cannot have both. Clarity means speaking honestly, setting firm boundaries, and standing in your truth even when it makes others uncomfortable. Approval means softening your edges, adjusting your tone, and reshaping your needs to remain acceptable. For a long time, you may have chosen approval without realizing it. You may have swallowed words to keep peace. You may have tolerated confusion to avoid confrontation. You may have explained yourself gently again and again, hoping to be seen in a better light. But approval built on self-betrayal never feels safe. It feels fragile, temporary, conditional. Your inner world is sacred. Your thoughts, your healing, your growth, your silent prayers, they are not public property. Not everyone deserves access to your emotional landscape. And not everyone has the maturity to hold it gently. When you keep explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you, you slowly hand them pieces of your inner world. You reveal vulnerabilities to those who may not honor them. And over time, that exposure feels heavy, draining, unsafe. Protection is not secrecy. It is wisdom. It is understanding that access must be earned, not demanded. You do not have to respond to every accusation. You do not have to clarify every rumor. You do not have to invite everyone into your healing process. At some point, you have to accept that people will think what they want about you. Opinions are not your responsibility. Their judgments, assumptions, and narratives are their own, and trying to fix them only drains your energy. When you release the need to control how others perceive you, a weight lifts that you didn't even realize you were carrying. The spiritual awakening comes when you stop arguing with projections. When you stop justifying yourself for actions aligned with your soul. When you realize that other people's perspectives are a reflection of them, not you. Peace does not require agreement. Clarity does not require validation. Detachment is not indifference. Detachment is understanding that your energy is sacred, and that not everyone deserves access to it. When you stop over-explaining, over-defending, and over-justifying, you create space, for yourself, your peace, and your growth. The spiritual truth is this: people will come and go. Opinions will shift. Misunderstandings will arise. And that is natural. The only thing you can truly control is your relationship with yourself. How you respond. How you nurture your energy. How you protect your inner world. Detachment allows you to love without needing to be seen, to grow without needing approval, and to exist without being constantly judged. It is freedom from the exhausting task of managing other people's perceptions. And with that freedom, you feel light, unbound, centered, whole.